Hi, I'm Melissa, your Free Range Psychic. Today is October 23rd, 2022, and today I'm going to do a reading on the Secret Service. They are getting scrutiny right now regarding their involvement potentially with the January 6th insurrection. How much did they know? Also the deletion of the emails, what was going on, especially with people like Tony Ornato, who was the assistant director of the Secret Service, and then he became a top aide for Trump. What's going on, and are they still corrupted the way they seem to have been corrupted during Trump's time? What's going on with all that? So I'm using the Ciro Marchetti Gilded Tarot for the reading. You can get it under the name of Easy Tarot if you're interested in purchasing those cards somewhere. And also I'm going to read an oracle card from the Sacred Destiny Oracle deck by Denise Lynn. And there's a musical a musical interlude and intervention as usual at the end. And my information is below in the description box and at the end of the musical interlude. I'm available for personal readings, and my contact information is in those two places. Okay. The card that I was given that represents the Secret Service, and I want to say the Secret Service under Trump, really that's the focus of the reading, is the Tower. So what my guides are saying is that they are caught up in the Trump Titanic, or the Trump-tanic, as is everybody who became ensnared by him and corrupted by him. And they're, as a result, being exposed. Their crimes are being exposed now by the January 6th committee, DOJ itself looking into it, a shakeup of this office as Tony Ornato and others have resigned and are leaving. Everything Trump touches dies. That's this card. Above, my guides show me Six of Pentacles. So the Six of Pentacles is this corruption, that they were corrupted behind the scenes with money, with influence, and with power. That is how they became corrupted by Trump's administration, by greed, by desire and ambition. And unfortunately, they were vulnerable to that pull. Very disappointing, because the Secret Service are not supposed to be partisan. They're just here to protect our administration, and especially the president and the vice president, and to have them then become loyal to either a party or a person that is so much a destruction, really, a part of a destruction of our power system, of our tiered government. There are certain roles that are just supposed to be there to protect the people and protect the people that they voted in, and not obviously to become enemies. It's unthinkable that this happened, but it did happen, because we are finding out that it happened. But this was behind it. This is what Trump does. This is how he does corrupt people. Seduction for power and wealth and greed and desire, whatever. So in the past, the guys show me this card, the Seven of Swords, and this is the Secret Service. They are secretly, covertly helping Trump out and the January 6th insurrectionists out. There's covert communication between them. These are like the missing emails, if you want to look at it like that. And they're busy covering up. They're busy doing nefarious things behind the scenes. Not all the Secret Service, but key members of the Secret Service. But because they're Secret Service, they're trying to do it covertly, in secret. But this is what they're doing. The other thing is, my guides remind me, this is a radicalization of the Secret Service too. That's what that card stands for too. Below is the devil, surprise, surprise. So this is the influence of Trump and Trumpism, clearly fueling this, I almost want to say defection of the Secret Service into Trumpistan. This is evil, desire for misrule and disruption. It comes from an evil place. This is Trump, the orange one. Also, my guides did remark to me, or did say to me, this is also Putin. Putin was also behind this corruption. There was infiltration from Russia in our Secret Service, which blows my mind. But they say Putin was very much orchestrating this, and there were even Russian plants that I don't know who, but the guides said potentially, entertainment purposes only, that there were plants from Russia in our Secret Service. In the future, this is the Five of Wands. So my guides say this is under scrutiny, the Secret Service, like Ornato and others, turning against themselves and also turning against Trump. So they betray their leader. And there is much division here. The overarching card, or the clarification card here, is the Five of Swords. And this was their involvement with other members of the Trump administration to try to take down our government. They would have served, they would have supported. I'm not saying, again, all the Secret Service, but the ones that were corrupted, they would have been part of this toppling of our democracy and then installing our dictator, not our potential dictator, because he's not running again. I don't believe he will never be in power again, but installing Trump at the time, who wasn't in power. Or, well, he wasn't in power, but there was that interim, he wanted to remain in power, the outcome card is Ten of Wands. So what my guides say is this is the dismantling of the Secret Service by the Biden administration, and then the reformation of it, weeding out those that were corrupted, restructuring it, and then putting in new laws here to make sure that the phones are not wiped out, because that became the new policy, is that at a given date, the cell phone data of the Secret Service and the digital data would be wiped out, and then they would start again. That just was not procedure that had been normal, but that was the Trump administration implemented that, and now that's not going to be the case anymore. And they're really going to revamp this organization, this department. So I think I'm going to ask my guides, like, are there any more plants there? Who's still there that is affiliated with Trump? Is there danger there? Well, everybody's being really watched, and even the ones who are corrupted cannot move in that environment because of the potential criminality of it. So people are keeping their head down, but there are Biden spies, and they're like people who are figuring out who not to trust, who's been contaminated, so to speak. And it's very much going in that direction that they're all going to be weeded out. And this is true in every department of our government because of how Trump and his administration worked very assiduously to corrupt it, to put in Russian plants, to put in loyalists. We saw that, especially at the very end. So that is what my guides say about it, and it will be a new Secret Service, a good Secret Service in the true nature of what it was always intended to be. And Biden is not in any danger, so don't worry about that. That was my reading on the United States Secret Service. So crazy that all has gone down. And we're going to hear more about that. There'll be a question. More facts will come out. Some that will blow our minds. But nevertheless, it's something that is in a shameful thing that is in our past now, or will be in our past, not in our present reality. Okay, so the oracle card that my guides have given us is this card, Release, Autumn Light. The sacred landscape wants you to know when you receive this card, it's time to let go and surrender. Let go of your situations, people and objects that don't serve you. Let go of the old, outmoded, self-limiting beliefs that drag you down. This is a time of stripping away superficial distractions until you reach who you are at the core of your being. If you are holding on to the old, it's difficult for anything new to come into your life. Begin to clear your home and living environments of clutter. If you don't love it or use it, it's probably clutter. Clear it out of your space. It's time for detox. To get ready for the new, you must release the old. Release. And one thing I love to do occasionally is to give my stuff to Purple Heart Habitat for Humanity. So not only do you get to get rid of the old, it gets to be repurposed as something new for somebody else. It's a wonderful feeling, isn't it, to give your stuff away so somebody else can use it, somebody else can benefit from it. Okay, my dears, I love you. It's so suspenseful now. It's coming up to the election. But I still hear from my guides that it's going to be a blue tsunami. And I voted already by mail-in ballot. What a great feeling that was. Just put it in a drop box and know that it was done. So you guys get out there and vote and get other people to vote. Get out the vote. Vote blue 2022, no matter who. Okay, you guys, again, I love you. Have a wonderful day, evening, morning, whenever you hear this. And I will be back next week. Okay? Take care. Bye.